right? Which are in a tough spot because they block his bluffs, but he's got a lot of suited
So
bluffs
what
too.
does he fold when we bet here? Even if we just bet small, what are we getting to fold?
Yeah, I would more look at the turn and at the turn.
Here, you
One
guys
of those
on
hands he
break right
folds on the turn probably.
What do you
So
think
we
about
got-
this line, man?
What happened?
So we call, we get this flop, check, this turn. What do you do here?
I'm probably just gonna check. He's gonna have like so much that he continues with here.
Okay, well, look
And
at
like
this.
ace high is probably like good some.
Well, you probe your gutters, right? Your
Yeah,
draws.
it's just kinda going bananas, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I'm probably not playing this spot
Mixing.
correctly.
Yes,
So-
it's surprising because when it goes check, usually like I'm not betting my ace highs.
I'm
So
over
what
probe of
happens
my straight
here?
draws.
It's mixing,
it's a
Louis, yeah.
It's a function of the jack and the 10, right? Cuz you're blocking the nuts.
Yeah.
Like you said, a lot of the ace high here is just not betting really,
Yeah, only
except
if you have a
except for the
draw.
draws. Like you see the suited wheel aces are kinda going bananas cuz it's either the back door or the front door flush draw.
Right, so we go
So
with a
what-
little stab here, we're call. What do you do on this river?
I mean, that was a pretty non-polarized bet. Your eights might bet like that on the turn at some frequency, so maybe you could size up here now.
James goes for it and the sim does the same thing.
Yeah, that makes a little more sense.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
not
it's
with this
mixing, I would
combo.
say.
This combo should check, but.
But
ace
notice
10
our,
is betting plenty, like the clubs, the suit that totally breaks. So here would be spades. Spades would bet here, hearts check,
and
diamonds are betting, right?
notice our eights mix and they bet
So,
big and small. They protect our small block bet range as well. We mix with our eights, our bet size.
So what happens if we bet large like he's supposed to on the turn and we get called? What are we doing
Ace
on
10 of
the,
clubs blocks 10-8 of clubs. That's
we
the
do on the
reason.
river? If we take a big bet?
It's a better blocker.
It was doing the same thing,
Was it? Okay.
yeah.
You
Eight
get
of
like the
clubs.
8, whatever the 8 was.
Oh, no,
It
it's
goes
not.
for a
wrong.
small, goes for a smaller bet this time.
No, it does not bluff. It's very different. It's a very different strategy. If he calls our big bet,
Yeah, we polarized our turn range, so we gotta, kick it.
so
we
this
gotta
is a
cut
spot
down
to
on
bet
bluffs.
one big bet, either on the turn or on the river. That's what I believe. Like either we bet big on the turn and we shut down with it, or we bet small on the turn and we blast with it.
I was gonna say, if you guys are on break from the hand history review, I just bought Odin a little bit ago. If you guys wanted to play with that for a second, I'm just test driving it.
Sure, how is it?
I like it a lot. Here, I'll just show you. Like I've only played with it a couple minutes.
Is there any difference with Lucid?
Yeah, there's a lot of difference actually. Like Lucid's cool because, it's basically just an interface that kind of, whatever you put into it's what you get out of it. With Odin, it's already all there. You don't have to upload any sims or anything. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
GTO wizard then.
they've got aggregated reports, which is kind of cool. You can save sims and load them and review them. But what I was doing was this battle mode, which is basically, it's just the GTO trainer. It's got way more options, but like we've got 100 big blinds, single raise pots and fun stuff like that. So
Alright.
I was just doing random.
You
we'll
have
just pick a random.
cash? Is there cash game sims?
There is, I just didn't, I
The
didn't buy
second
it.
button, look at the second button. Oh, never mind.
I can look at it. Yeah, what do you wanna look at?
Second button, game type MTT.
Yeah, I didn't buy
Okay, so
the,
there's no other
I
option.
didn't
I
buy
see.
the cash. I didn't buy cash.
So they have
Okay.
50 and then 100. That's a big difference.
Okay, so we're in the small blind. This is a single raise pot versus the big blind. So this is one part I was kind of confused about. I wasn't sure if this is like I raise, they call, or if I limp, they raise, I call. I imagine it's probably just a raise. So I would think we don't use any sizing other than small here.
You're checking the flop.
Or small blind, right?
This is the
You want
button
to-
versus small blind.
Oh, wait, sorry, I misread it. You're correct. So this is definitely a check. Right, we'll go to the next decision. You bet small,
Call.
I don't think there's much merit in raising, I think we just call.
Oh, that's a horrible card.
I didn't even see it yet. You saw it already? Jeez.
Yep, that is a horrible card. We check and we're probably gonna face a polarized bet, I would think, and we're gonna have to fold a lot.
Oh, I gotta
Yeah.
fold.
But
Okay.
at the moment it's same like PO Sims GTO training.
Yeah, it's the same, but it has the sims.
So do you have to
Yeah.
call here without a spade?
Yeah, see, I don't know. This is, I feel like this is hair trigger thin, right? I feel like it's gonna probably
fold.
mix.
It's a
I'm
fold.
probably folding. Yeah, so it is mixing. It's a majority fold call, so this is good. And then you can you can check the sim out to see where it's like splitting hairs and stuff, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Okay. Same that what we do with Pio.
Pretty much. Another
But-
thing that it's I really like about it is some of these spots have like, I don't know, 10 different sizings to choose
Yeah,
from.
really big bets are also in there. Yeah. That's also what I
And
like.
it's got the really big stuff. And then it'll give you like the big blinds, each decision's kind of yielding also, which I think is pretty cool. So 25. Big blind,
have
this is
a
an
bet.
ISO. So I'm guessing we limp, raise, call. I think is what this means.
Yeah.
Where's the
What will be if you click go to sim button?
Yeah,
Go to sim
Mm.
button.
you can go auto, you can also click the auto play next decision button.
I can't see the bet
So,
size.
I
Since
thought
you bet
about this.
small,
I kind of want to see like what if I hit this button, it goes really quick and I don't get to see like the breakdown of what the decision
Oh,
tree is.
oh, it erases the breakdown before it goes. Okay.
Yeah, so that was kind of annoying.
What stack
I
depth
don't
are we
know.
playing?
You probably get the report then or not. You can see it in the report. I hope at least.
Oh, on the upper left we can see the root. Yeah, so it's
Right.
like we checked from the small blind or what?
Let's
Yeah.
just open this.
Yeah,
Just
that's
take
what
a
it
look.
is. We limped and he raised to 2.5 and we called. Oh, no,
Alright.
no, that's the flops. That's on the flop. That's the flop action.
Yeah, you just have to learn the interface. I mean,
Yeah, I
it
could-
takes
I
a
think
little bit of time.
it takes some time.
We'll play
But I have seen similar in GTO Wizard.
I think we just called this. I don't know if we ever raised this. I think we're too shallow to raise, yeah?
We
Maybe
do
Yeah,
defend
we're
by
too shy
raising
to
now.
raise. Call or fold, it will be mixing, I guess.
That's so much.
So, yeah, we got an over. We got a gut shot. I think we probably can raise this. I don't know if we raise this big though. Maybe it's just like this.
Man,
Right, so. Yeah, it's not really a raise. It's pretty much a pure call, but this decision is not bad EV wise, so. We're yielding this as opposed to this. I think when we check raise the flop, we probably have to do this a lot.
Yep.
but he called.
It
Yeah,
wants to check, but it doesn't hate this decision, so it's like here trigger close. We get a fold from a better hand, which is kind of.
he called our check raise with king 9. King 8.
Alright, so. 15, so they raise, we call. They check. Maybe a really small bet.
Yeah.
That's what it wants. Yeah, it's either checking actually, which is kind of funny, or super, super small bet.
I got a comment on the hand before that. I was muted. I thought it would probably check, but I think out of position, we lean on picking up equity to keep bluffing, where I think in position just gets to go kinda batshit crazy a lot.
Well, I think we can actually look at that. So if we wanted to go here, we can go to sim. And I haven't really played with this much, so it'll have to be something we kind of figure out ourselves here. So strategy EV. Click through nodes to navigate.
So like I've
So
been playing with the solver too, like in position, and like I can't even figure out why it's bluffing so many of the hands it does when the shit gets checked. Like it just, once it starts putting chips in position, it hates to give up, man. Whereas out of position, it's really equity driven.
it takes its time to prevent the whole RTA thing. Alright, so we check. And what do they do in game? They bet, I think. So we'll just give them the most optimal decision. Okay, and this is what our response is. So a lot of the range does. Mostly calls though. So Jack 8. Wrapping directly around is one of the combos.
We have queen 8, right?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
Queen
yeah, we
eight.
have queen 8.
So I mean, like, it wasn't a crazy thought, right?
Oh, no, I think it's, I would have, barreled, I think, or would you check raise?
I check
Okay,
raised.
see you guys.
See, Josh.
Bye,
Adios.
Hi, Josh.
This guy does some
Thanks.
check raising. Yeah, pretty interesting. So we'll say we check raised. They just call. I don't remember what the turn card was.
It's a 2, I think.
Just like a random deuce. We'll say deuce of hearts.
Can you upload your hand history here or not?
I think you probably can, yeah. I think you probably can. I mean, you may not really have to. I can probably just like look up whatever.
Choose from the
says.
sims. Yeah. There is no merit in that. Yeah, just choose from the sim. That's it.
So yeah, I mean, the range does do a lot of splitting here.
So how much did you pay for that?
For the
Monthly.
year? I was like, I think it was 1,400 or something like that for the year.
Yep.
They were running a 35% discount right now. And then also there's an additional, I think 15% discount if you just buy it for a year. So it's essentially like half off what they usually charge.
Alright, it's pretty fun, but I wanna jump back to my hand history.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I just wanted to.
Now,
show you
we're gonna
guys.
play, if you want, Monday, we can mess with it, or after the Ashash.
Yeah.
Alright. Pretty
Alright.
cool,
On
man.
this ace 10. So it's, when it was choosing the suits to bluff with,
Yeah,
here were the two arguments in my mind. I just wanted to check if this is right. So the reason we would want to bluff with the hearts and the clubs here is because that puts spades in his spades. And I'm not sorry, that puts diamonds. The reason we want to bet with spades and hearts is that puts diamonds and clubs in his hand, which are his auto folds, and we like that. But the reason to not do it is because we block when we have the hearts and the spades, we block his 10-8 of those. And so that would make us, so in both cases, we'd want to do it with this. We don't want to
We
have
block,
10-8.
I think it's good to barrel clubs and diamonds flop and turn because you have you're drawing new, the nuts.
Sure.
But on the river, you probably don't want to have them because now you're blocking their folds.
No, that's what I thought. But when we looked at the sim, it was the opposite. the sim didn't like bluffing.
Oh, right,
with-
you're right, yeah,
with the
bet
heart
clubs
here,
and
that's what I'm
diamonds
trying to
on
figure
the-
out.
Yeah,
Cause I
bet
think
clubs.
I would wanna bluff my ace ten of hearts and my ace ten of spades here and not
I'm
my
with
clubs
you.
and not my diamonds.
I'm with you. It's hard, it's complex, isn't it?
So would you look at that and see if we're remembering that correctly, Louis, on this, on the,
No, you are remembering it. It was, but it's complex. It's perplexing to me.
oh, it doesn't,
That's what,
it's.
you gotta bet
Oh, it's
small.
not bluffing any of them.
No, that's because we bet big. You gotta make the small bet.
Oh. All right, so it doesn't want to bluff the spades and the clubs. Which which in this thing, oh no, that's good. No, it doesn't want to bluff it wants to bluff the diamonds, right? That's the best. And why wouldn't it want to bluff clubs here? I would think clubs would be a great bluff.
I mean, honestly, they're all pretty equal, EV wise, so I don't understand. I don't know why. Like, I don't understand. I thought the hearts. were
Anybody got an
small.
idea?
Well, according to this, they're not, Ken,
To me-
because look, if you bluff, you're, well, I can't see the actual equity, on king or ace 10 here, on a 65% bet. But
It's a few chips difference, for sure. It's like 3 or 4 chips difference between checking and betting the different suits.
Yeah, the other thing
Spades is
is
really bad here. That's like. the
Spades is
worst
really
one.
bad.
Yeah,
When
spades is
we-
the worst one.
when we hold either flush draw, it's also more likely that he has a pair in his hand. Like he has a 9 or an 8 or a queen. Right? Because he has less flushes.
Right. That's why but that argues for bluffing the clubs and the diamonds on the river, and we bluff the diamonds and the hearts. And the hearts is the.
Well, that's
fault
only
is
with
the-
this particular hand. The key really is the 10 on this river is the 10 is our bluff card. It's just not with the ace, really. I mean, it doesn't care about suits with all the other, like if we're using the 10 as our key bluff card, which I think he was probably doing there. It doesn't care with the other 10s, right?
But also notice
the
that
ace.
the 65% bluff with the hearts returns 9.71, and with the clubs returns 9.77, yet it chooses the hearts and not the clubs. So it chooses the lower equity. Bluff, that's
Why, I mean, I'm just approaching this spot, as I did in game and I was the same as James, like the 10, I think we get the bluff with the 10 in our hand. And I think that's the main.
Oh, yeah,
function
yeah.
Here, right?
I'm with you on that. I'm just.
I don't think we need to
just
split hairs
confused by
over
this
a
level of
couple.
detail.
Yeah,
Okay,
Let's move on.
All right, we move on.
Flop, he's also gonna bet the club flush draws because they're the front door. And when he doesn't block that one's he's less likely to have a club. He's more likely to have the backdoor flush. I think that's why there's a difference in which ones we bet on the river there. But moving on.
Maybe if we're bored, we'll look at that during the break.
NCB posted something in his Twitter a few days ago, I guess, or recently. That, it's people that, everyone's studying solvers now, blah, blah, blah. He says he thinks it's the most important thing is to study. I should pull it up and quote it, but it was basically, you want to make sure you're getting all your high value, all your high equity bets in is what's to focus on. You want to make money. You don't focus on, so much the bluffs or the low equity plays. You want to focus and learn all the high equity plays first and print fucking money. And not get
What I've been
bogged down
saying.
and not get bogged down in a lot of the other minutia, I can't even say the word,
Yeah,
little shit.
that's what I've
Minutia.
been saying.
Yeah.
Bet the
I'm just
hands you're
fascinated by
supposed
the-
to
by
bet
the
like
theory in this.
80-90% of the time. Bet them all the time.
Well, like I kind of like to find some of the lower equity bluffs too, but I'm not gonna argue with one of the best players in the world. That's one of the best coaches in the
Yeah.
world. Like I'm not gonna do it.
That's what they say. Like we're finding all those like little bluffs that are not gonna make
Louis,
much money.
I'm not sure about this.
can we talk about the ace nine hand that you just were at before this?
It's a fine double barrel. You
Okay,
should be betting small, everything was good.
but it shows some checks. See, I don't think I would ever check. Why do we want some checks here?
Because he has some trees sometimes.
Because we no
He does
longer,
not have any tree, it's the small blind.
and to
Jackie,
give him a chance to bluff now that our kicker is counterfeited.
I guess it's because we beat everything in here.
I didn't wanna get.
We
his
don't beat
message
any
wrong.
of the other aces anymore.
There's none. He doesn't have better than.
No,
ace
but we
nine.
don't beat, but we don't beat any of those other aces that were worse than
yeah.
ours.
But he's never
So-
gonna fold a queen.
Yeah, we're splitting with an ace, and so we're giving him a chance to bluff, whereas before, we were trying to get value from his worse aces.
And what I see here, we're betting 60% of the time and we're mostly betting with our aces. So. You don't wanna bet your queens here.
but we're also betting some 10-9 and some jack-8, or I'm sorry, and some 10-8 and some.
That's like bottom of the range.
But
And then you wanna size up with your best value hands here.
Yeah, with the ones that don't, with the aces that don't split.
Okay, so here, I'm not sure if you want to call because you don't close the action.
Yeah, I'm folding.
I think he just got you on the squeeze.
Yeah, you should fold, especially if he has aces. This is a call to me.
I don't think I call there. It's under the gun one versus jamming over and under the gun open. I don't like ace jack off there, honestly.
Oh, you don't.
We're still in chip EV, right? We're not in ICM land yet.
I mean, I'm considering both. I mean, chip EV, if I'm folding chip EV, I'm definitely folding ICM, so.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying
Yeah.
in the tournament right now, we're still thinking chip EV, right?
Well, I don't know. He's 409 hands. we probably are.
no,
Money now.
we're approaching final table now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the final table took forever.
Easy fold then.
I don't think we're approaching the final table because we still have like 275 hands.
Probably 2 or 3 tables left.
Yeah.
You said you
Or
played a
the-
lot, over 100 hands at the final table, right?
Played a long time at final table,
Yeah.
2 hours maybe,
Cool.
2-3 hours.
Oh, so that's like 150 hands, baby. So you are pretty close to the final table, I guess. This is definitely ICM though. Either way.
Oh, at Chippy V, it's folding his jack off here.
Right.
So
Good
this,
fold.
yeah,
Yay, James.
you probably, oh no, that's a fine raise.
Do we also shove that hand?
The nines, I think, you're not raised folding, are you? The nines? Oh, we're back here.
Well, the ace queen's too strong. It's gonna call.
I think I just jam here. Because if it's, especially if it's ICM, like this 18 big blind stack's gotta be really
I
tight.
remember
don't
Louis on a previous
like-
session
I
said
don't like
that
big blind at all.
we don't like jamming nines and eights because we block their folds. I don't think if he folds nines.
We block the
But-
bottom of his opening range.
King nine suited, ace nine suited.
Yeah,
ace
that's
nine
what
off.
you said, Louis, on the previous
Um,
session.
but with ICM, like once
Especially,
this,
like, against early position, I'm always more cautious with eights and nines as
so I
well.
would call I would either call or jam. Like I'm not gonna 3-bet because I don't want to 3-bet fold. And when we 3-bet and get jammed on, nines are shriveling up.
If I get jammed on with a 16 big blind stack there, I'm calling. But I don't wanna, I
Okay.
don't want,
All in or three bet small are both fine at chippy V. Now
Just
what?
fold.
I actually
Oh,
kind of like this raise exactly for this reason. Yeah,
can
like
fold
now
to
we
get-
just fold.
You can fold
and we were
against
beaten
the-
by both of them in
It was nice.
game.
That worked out well.
Fold.
This is an open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just felt bit by the two previous hands.
This also.
I do that sometimes. If I start getting frustrated, I fold the bottom of my range.
I think you fold an ace four suited, there's fine ICM, honestly.
Yeah, are we?
Oh,
coming
so
up to
or
nine?
ICM
I
already.
don't like
Table.
this.
Yeah, I fold this ace six suited's getting fold.
Yeah,
2 pips off.
This table is also very jam oriented here, right? Like people are getting to the hand where they don't want to run any hands. They just want everyone to fold. So
I like that. Hope it works.
And this guy's gonna see bet very high frequency. That's kind of part of his strat. He likes to see bet and then he gives up when he doesn't have anything real fast.
I like this raise a lot. Think it's great. Let's see
He's
if
gonna have to,
solver likes
he's
it.
gonna have to fold nines here, if not
Yeah,
on
he-
this street, on the next street.
I prefer raising our lowest
I think it's good. You got the
Well,
backdoor wheel
flush
draw,
just
you got a flush
of
draw,
the
you got
suit.
it over to the
I
eight.
think with the nut flush draw, we just call.
You block
The
ace
lower we
queen.
have the draw, the higher we'll raise.
I mean, you hate to kind of just get it in though behind though in ICM spots.
like
especially for button, he's supposed to bet any ace.
It's
pretty
it's
much.
20 bigs. Are we at 20 bigs deep? Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So mixing 50-50 raise and call, both are fine.
I like the raise.
Yeah, I like the raise a lot. See bet range. Oh no,
Sure.
he calls. We pick up equity.
Yeah,
Barrel,
I'm the barrel here. We picked up equity.
nope,
Like 6 big blinds.
I would.
I
King
do. I like
three.
6 or 7. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go on the larger side. 6, 12, 31, 21. It might be more to just go pot.
It's a break, I think, for us and for him, more or less.
It changed nothing for equities, though. If he was calling with a 7, he's not gonna be scared with that card, so I'd
Yeah, but a big bet's gonna get sevens to start folding, so I think I like pot here.
Well, if I barrel the turn and a blank comes on the river, I'm jamming. Guaranteed that.
He's the big
If
blind.
I
He has a
bet,
lot-
if I
he has a lot of
polarize
kings.
and he calls, I'm giving up on the river.
He has a lot of kings in his range, right? Not the
But
best.
we have all the best kings too, so we get to go after it, I think. It's just betting.
Come on, ace 4 bet.
So yeah, we're polarized,
Dude.
pot.
we are
Ace-
polarizing, but not with ace 4. Oh no, it's not ace 4 here. It would be ace 3. Ace 3 is
Oh.
going for it.
Yeah, go for
Good.
pot. It's a pot bet and then you just give up. Like you start folding the sevens now. It's like a shit. Even like maybe some really bad kings maybe fold here. I don't know.
So the wheels
then,
are going for it. Ace
We
5.
really
ace
have
three.
ace, by the way, Louis, we have ace 5, not ace 3. Because we have an overcard to the 4.
Sure.
In our sim, we have an overcard to the 3, and in the sim, we have an overcard to the 4.
Well, it's either pot or over pot, so it's still pot.
So.
Yeah.
that spot-
So I was betting too small.
So we missed a turn barrel.
And what does he fold? What's he folding when we pot it? Like it's sevens are, he's going away with sevens. His worst sevens are definitely folding.
Every better ace high. Is he
Almost-
folding a 4? Yeah, he's folding pairs.
It's folding some sevens, not as many as I
Mixing with sevens, sure. So we get plenty of folds here when we bet the pot.
So if we bet large on the turn and we jam the river, what did he fold?
I don't think you can jam river if he calls. I think you're gonna
I
go
don't
up.
know.
Yeah,
If we do
exactly.
bet,
I think this is our, like we polarize with this turn and then on most rivers, we're just gonna. Like he checks now. Yeah, we're giving up most of the time. And then let's see the heat map. Very weird strategy.
That's the turn, right?
Cause when you polarize and you get called, he's telling you he's got something a lot of the time there, so you don't wanna just keep blasting into it. And the SPR is so low, he doesn't really get to fold anything that's a made in.
That's right.
So,
You wanna
you know,
block with worst ends.
yeah,
on that, when you did that heat map, was that the heat map of the river cards?
Yeah, for in position.
So we mix everything, including when we get there.
Yeah.
We mix our straights.
Yeah. But if we hit the ace, we are betting with this combo.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's so invested with coming along with a king.
Yeah, he can't fold a king anymore.
Yeah, would you go back to that heat map just for a second, Louis? The heat map on the river. I just want to look to make sure I'm reading it right. But it still it has us mixing when the ace comes instead of,
Yeah,
but
but
oh wait,
we-
is this our hand or our range?
our range.
Oh, okay.
We had what?
Ace,
Okay, that's what I
Ace
misunderstood.
five, I think.
Of course, it mixes everything. So if we do the heat map for our hand, it's gonna give us a totally different look.
Oh, yeah,
Right,
the straight
what I
or
wanted
the
to say.
ace and nothing else.
right.
yeah, you just
So
give up.
we just basically don't, we don't
Yeah.
bluff again.
Yeah, well, our assumption was
So,
right.
Okay,
Alright. So we bet small on the flop, we pot the turn and we give up. I like a bet here.
yeah,
Why do you check here? Button clarify jack 30 big blind. Oh, he's
Ooh.
pretty short. Why do
One
you
big
check here?
blind.
I just think I felt like I had some equity and
I don't hate it. I mean, I
Well,
would
a ton
bet
of
probably, but, you know, you can call any turn card.
I don't like it if I get jammed on. If I bet like two big blinds and he over jams, I don't like it.
What do
oh,
you
you're not
mean?
gonna instantly call?
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it if.
I'm
it's
gonna
a-
call, but I'm not gonna be happy about calling.
Oh, okay,
Why not?
I don't know. I feel like if he's jamming, he's probably jamming a queen or a better flush draw.
Yeah, I mean, you're blocking a lot of the bluffs, so he's gonna probably be ahead, but you got tons of equity.
Also jamming all his eights with 12 big blinds left too.
Yeah. He should
So-
rip his eights.
You're well ahead of those. But because he's so short stacked and the board is so disconnected, you could wait to the turn, but
king eight of spades. It does some checking.
Mixing 50-50.
Yeah, it's one of the highest check hands, so it's fine.
Great.
perfect.
Oh, geez.
Uh-oh. Oh, he got cute.
Oh,
Think he should have raised the flop.
he slow played himself into oblivion.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
should.
he's losing all his chips. Once he goes to the flop, he's losing all his chips no matter what.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of
The
course.
flop went check though, right? So he got to the turn for free.
Yeah. So pocket ace facing a flop C bet is not raising that much. I'm raising too much here. Oh, it's raising when it doesn't have the ace of spade. So it's raising the other combos. It makes sense. With the ace of spade, more calls. Without the ace of spade, you should probably raise the flop.
Yeah, but we checked back on the flop.
Yeah.
And foiled his plan.
Yeah,
Oh, my boy doubled up off somebody.
what do you mean your boy?
My PA brethren.
Oh, come on, Ken.
I'm a homer, man. I root for my home state folk.
Oh my god.
Ken, brethren, not brethren.
Oh, okay.
I have a question about super
I butcher-
short.
I butcher the English language, Scott.
I've
Yeah,
never noticed.
Please correct him every time. It makes me happy.
Hey, I can learn something. Hey, I can learn two things at once here.
Yeah. All in? Anybody going all in here?
I actually like an all in. I guarantee I didn't do it, but
He's the short stack I would call.
I actually like an all in. I wonder what the charts say.
Versus the shortest stack at the table, I'm just calling.
Should we be looking this up? Should we look this up in ICM?
Yeah, I think this is irrelevant, even though it's backing up what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. there you
Ken, do you wanna run it?
I guess, yeah. What payouts should I use? I guess I have some ACR payouts. I might even have a 1650.
It's a jam.
Let me get a screenshot too of the, let me get a screenshot of this right away. Alright.
Jesus, Spanish computers. Where's the damn desktop?
Buenas noches.
You can't get a French one down there?
I went at the store and they were selling this fine computer. Everything looked good until I looked at the system and it says single language Spanish computer. I was like, what? How is that even a thing?
I have the ACR 1650 early bird special. It's different payouts, but,
Good.
payout structure should be the same.
Louis, just download a language and add it. It should be really easy to do.
I know, man, but look at this. You
Oh
ever
man,
something like this? I never did.
I never saw that before.
Me neither.
me neither.
Hold on, stay on the screen for a second. Just let me enter the stacks. Haven't we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So big blind will go here. We're big blind, right?
Yeah,
So I'll just put in, I guess, 41. 84. 15. You took away my screen. 15, so, oh, he got another double by Lavin. 68,
Yalin, are you around?
34.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
What do you think the ICM
already are?
chart says here?
The ICM chart says where? Here?
Yeah,
Okay,
It's
We can wash those
probably
vegetables if you want.
just gonna stuff it in his
That are on the
face.
counter.
But we'll
so
check.
And get the big cutting board out and the big pan out.
button, we're gonna put in 2x.
Is this the final table bubble?
no,
It's close, if not,
I wouldn't be surprised if it just calls too, though. Let's see.
Yeah, I think you can just rip it or call. I think both are fine.
I would call.
We're in the big blind.
I prefer to rip like every ace and every king here, so I probably need to have some flats, and I think queen jack is a nice flat.
So I'm looking at a 20, 20, 20, 10, 20, 40.
yeah,
And it's basically just ripping everything in his face that you have very few flats.
okay.
It's like
That's what I thought.
I'm running it.
26% jamming, 10% raising, not all in, 8% calls, and 56 fold.
I sent you the hand on the chat.
We're a little bit deeper. We're a little bit deeper. It does kind of start defaulting to flatting. I think at this stack depth, you're probably fine just ripping it in his face, though.
Yeah, it would be a lot better to just rip pre-flop than do this.
Hey, you clear out all the bluffs and get some folds pre, you know, he may have like king of trash right here that he's just committing with.
What about this turn? Should we call or fold? I think I would fold this turn.
Oh, man, that's tough. You're drawing to like the nut flush.
So, looks like it likes the HRC likes to, jam this in, honestly.
Good. So here
I don't
we're
think I'm
looking
folding
at,
this.
we are gonna make the flush 18% of the time. Then we got three more tens. That's gonna be.
No
6%.
implied, there's no implied equity here. He's so short. I would be, probably just quite happy to fold.
We don't even have the price. We're gonna make our hand 24% of the time roughly. And we're offered 26% pot odds. So it's like really thin when we call here. Would you guys like to see a sim? Ace, king, 5, this short? Let's see.
Do you like check raising all in on the flop there?
No, I like just going all in pre-flop.
If you make it there on the flop, I think I do like probably, I don't know. I
You
just wanna run
have
back.
30% on the river, right?
Like, I just don't know. I just don't think this guy's ever got any bluffs and we block like every bluff he could have possibly. So, I mean, it's ICM. I'm just done with it.
I mean, calling the flop bet, I think is fine, and
Yeah,
think
do you
we
bet
can get
small on
away
the
from it on
flop?
the turn.
He can. How profitable was the shove?
Let's see.
Oh, you ran it and you ran it and it was a shove?
Well, you know what? I just updated HRC to be honest. And
You
it's
had the
not-
board. The ace and the king are the ones that are suited.
It's actually not
Yeah, we
responding.
have a straight
I'd
flush
like
board.
it to. It's profitable.
If to compare with the aces or
It's more profitable than calling.
okay.
It's more than 10% of aces.
How many percent can?
So. Let's finish my thought I started on. When you run the
It is calling turn.
with the decay, I just did an update and that's gone now and I'm not sure why. It's just running Nash calculations, so it's something I have to look into. So I only ran it twice.
Ooh,
Okay.
we're gonna have to
20
get lucky to get him to fold only 7 big blinds left.
So aces is plus 1.18 and queen jack suited is plus 1.4. So
Okay,
it's
this is-
above 10% of aces.
Nice.
I don't think I like that because, yeah, we're on the final table bubble. I'm sure of this, but I don't like this river jam. I think I should just check fold the river.
Absolutely. This is a terrible one.
Guy's got shouldn't really have bluffs here, I don't think. So, yeah, like.
Oh, he got you.
What are we supposed to do here?
How big is he?
What's the hand again?
He's got 81. Oh, he's a big stack.
Rip
just-
it,
I see him.
man.
Just fold.
Fold.
Oh,
Dude, an 80 big blind stack opening on the button. You gotta assume he's opening wide, man.
So do you wanna run the hand against him or do you wanna jam?
Well, I would at least call.
I don't need
Well,
the hand.
think
I could just
call
give
is
me,
the worst.
just let me look at the screen. I could just change the blinds here.
sure, but you can also start from the hand.
But then I gotta read, it's harder for me to, it's so much fucking text to go through. It's so annoying. It's so fast this way. So button was like 84, right? Small blind, what do we got? 24.
What was the previous hand? The previous hand was queen jack. We're in the big blind, and then the button open off of like 15, 16.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he wants all the stacks because we're running it in HRC.
yeah,
And
the
you-
thing
and
is, you
you-
can just copy paste all the stacks, Ken. I don't know what you're.
And HRC says jamming queen jack was profitable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then this is certainly profitable for sure. 100%.
I'm done LP.
Okay,
But the stacks were different. We weren't in danger in the queen jack hand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
but
jam.
his opening range from 15 big blind, it's gonna be like three times tighter than what this guy's opening off of 80 big
Sure.
blind.
Sure, that's true.
so we're supposed to play here. For sure.
Yeah. This is just, I don't know. I don't want to 3-bet fold. I'm gonna just rip it, but I mean, 24 bigs
Sam's
is
right,
a
just
lot.
rip it.
Yeah. 24 bigs is a lot. I prefer to have like a little less, but
Now you're
you
just
know,
gonna
you
get.
can't,
multiple
yeah,
bets.
you
This is
can't
a fold,
continue. You
yeah.
have to fold.
Josh was here. I don't know what's up with this decay. Is gone away. I wonder if they eliminated that with the update. So I'm kind of unsure what's going on with HRC at the moment, since I updated.
Got him.
But I'm gonna trust it because I'm still running the Nash calculations.
Were you calling were you calling a river jam there?
Never.
I didn't see what happened there.
He
Sorry,
gave up.
I gave up on the
No, he
turn.
gave up. You had the king, there was an ace on board. He bet the flop, he bet the turn, and he gave up on the river.
But we saw his hand, right? That's why the
Yeah,
jam
yeah,
came
yeah,
up
he had a
in
5-6.
there,
We got lucky that he hit a pair. If he doesn't hit the pair, maybe he jams.
King 10 suited is gonna be a very marginal call, it looks like, but it's still running. It might get knocked out.
I think we got to fold if he jams that river.
Yeah. Who knew how good the 5 was for our range?
Sent you this third hand, Ken, if you wanna just copy paste it, it's gonna be easier than to manually input all the
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't think this is a call. If it's like close to final table, I think this is a fold.
And
Yeah, we can-
What, I don't understand, Ken, what was making it tougher for you to copy paste?
I think we can let him get away with this.
I would
And it's
fold.
I
been
didn't know you could
CB.
copy paste the whole hand history in there.
What?
I didn't know I could just copy paste it.
Oh, for sure. You can just, there's the top left button is just copy pasting all the stack depths and everything and the antes. So you just grab the file in the chat, just copy paste. Basically in the first window, whenever you press advanced Monte Carlo, the top left button gonna allow you to paste all the stacks.
You motherfucker.
So we moved on from the King 10 hand.
Well, if you have it solved, we wanna see it, but we lean towards going all in.
With King 10?
Yeah,
No.
no?
I mean, if you're gonna go all in with queen jack on the previous hand,
It's different setup.
Yeah,
it's a better setup.
you don't like the river?
You're facing a wider
wait.
range.
I'm sorry, it's gonna go all in.
There we go.
Now run this one.
90% of the time. It's still running, but it's gonna be about 90% all in.
That's the king 10 suited against the button was a shove.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is a fold. This is
Good job, Sam.
a tight range.
Yeah, so I would fold here as well,
Yeah,
especially against banned CB.
yeah.
Sometimes we're folding the best hand. We're never way ahead.
Yeah,
No, we're never
I'm
way
sorry,
ahead
we
when
can
we call.
dominate
What
him.
is,
But-
How
We're
many?
folding
how
the best
many-
hand for one blind.
How many hands do you think he has that have a king in them that are jamming here? Right? Is he jamming king 10 suited, king jack suited?
Never.
I think once in a while you see king jack. That's about it. But
Unless it's
everything
five-
else he has you crushed. Like he has ace 10 off, ace jack off, like ace queen off, ace king
This
off.
guy open jammed,
and-
right? Cut off hijack, low jack, UTG1 open jammed.
And then pocket eights, pocket nines, you're flipping with. You don't want to flip close to the final
Right.
table bubble.
Yeah. Not when you can get away for one big blind.
I
Like-
believe this is a
This-
fold.
This may not be final table bubble because I don't remember getting this low in chips until later in the tournament, like late in the tournament. So I might be wrong about where we're at in the tournament.
Sure.
Yeah. Like I would I would be really pained if I had king queen suited here. I would like cry.
That is just a fold.
Never cry
I think
over
this
a
is
poker hand.
I don't, man. I bubbled the $900 game yesterday. I don't feel anything.
There's no
Because
crying.
you're dead inside.
Yeah, but Sam, I'm sure you punted ICM by adding too much pressure.
I didn't bubble actually. I
It's,
like 50 away from the money. I don't have no chips.
Uh, a sad story.
Yeah. Who cares? Nobody cares.
I don't like sad stories.
Position are we small blind?
We're the
We're
big
big.
blind, yeah.
We're in the big blind.
Yeah, we're not calling here.
What do we do with ace ten offsuit?
It's not even.
I think
close.
ace 10 still fold.
Ace
even-
jack offsuit.
Not-
I
it's
think
not.
ace jack start getting close. Like ace queens off. I think we start calling. I mean ace queen off. We call for sure.
What's
Are we
the
calling-
solver
Are we
today?
calling with sevens?
I'm gonna share the screen.
Yep,
Yeah,
Yeah, show it.
But we don't call with sevens because we don't have a blocker against him having aces. Right? We're happier to call with ace queen than we are with sevens.
And the same with eights, obviously.
Wow. See how much tighter that is. It's ace queen off, ace queen suited, and then nines plus. Whee!
that's really interesting.
weird how sevens has more EV than eights.
Did you run 100 million hands?
I run it 100 million, but here's the thing, it changed. There's no decay anymore. I don't know what the fuck's up. So I just ran update game tree, reset strategies, 100 million hands. It's the Nash. I have to look into what's going on. I updated it yesterday and it's changed. This must be their final, update.
The final countdown. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
I mean, and there is no noise really, right? For some reason, these are just, I don't know why it's picking these and skipping these, but it's pretty clean otherwise, so I'm assuming this is good. It's not gonna change, so it's where we are.
Does that graph get updated in real time as it goes?
Yeah,
So, right.
and then it's the king 10 hand. I think this was button open. Small blind. Raises all in, right? We had king 10 suited.
Wanted
94,
to see if we can push king 10 on this.
94% of the time it just jams it.
Okay, so it's
How much money are we making?
$3.08. A call makes 193.
How much does aces make? $3.01.
No. Aces doesn't jam, that just raises
Yeah, but when it jams, how much does it make?
$60,
It doesn't.
$59.
Yeah.
It's not 10%,
No, it's not close to
Yeah.
10%.
but
Not
you should
10%,
look at the
but-
10% rule when it comes to calling hands or like running equity.
Yeah, calling hands, 10% rules apply more. When you jam a hand, I think you could jam a little wider because it's more profitable.
And I'm in other study groups that all say 5%, so I guess it was Matt. Did Matt tell us 10%? I'm gonna trust Matt.
No, it's Ben CB that says 10%.
Well, these guys train with Ben. Ben CB, is he rye?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, these guys are all in rye and they're all telling me 5%.
okay, so Ben says 10.
Maybe Matt got confused, cuz like everyone I know that's in rye is telling me 5%. And
I can
most of
verify
the,
that.
most of the good PA players that are involved in studying shit are all rye guys. There's a few poker coaching, but most of them are rye.
What a bunch of fishes. That's why games are so soft on PA.
Matt trains, he gets his coaching from Ben CB, right?
No, he gets it from BBZ.
Oh, okay. Alright,
Thanks a lot for running the hand scan. So, yeah, not your best call here. We go down to 8 big blinds. What are we gonna do?
is this final table?
Seriously? We lost?
No, we're still live.
We lost, but we're not dead.
Yeah, what did he have?
He had nines,
Yeah.
eights.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
nine.
What is this play? Is this a jam, open jam cutoff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sure,
absolutely.
seems to be so sure. Queen jack.
I am so sure.
Alright,
Yeah, we have 7 bigs.
Yeah.
the full house.
Suck that, ace king.
Open call or open rip?
You know,
13
in
left.
ICM spots, I don't hate just jamming it, honestly.
Okay,
Your trap is gonna be the suited.
Yeah, you can't really raise that to induce.
I mean, if anything, ace king, you could raise to induce, but the problem is, are they jamming light? That's the thing.
always folding here. What about you guys?
Yep.
Your
Oh.
offsuit hands are sensitive to raise size, and 2.5
Uh,
X is too
I
big.
think you just can open jam
Ooh.
this.
Yeah, open ripping is better, right?
And if we don't open, rip,
Fold.
do
You
we,
gotta-
do we call this off?
Yeah, cuz big blinds.
I
jam
am
a
not
lot.
sure that it's open rip.
Big blinds jamming a lot of worse stuff. So we gotta call. Once we open this, we're calling. We're opening a call. You shouldn't open 2x, I don't think, with this hand, but if you do, I don't think you get the fold.
Yeah, you're
No
supposed to
way we're
open,
folding.
you're supposed to either open rip that or open bigger. Cause you're not supposed to, I don't think you're supposed to min
How can you
raise.
open, how can you open it bigger when you've got 13 big blinds? Are you varying by your hand? You're varying by your hand strength?
Did you
No,
just
but,
send me
but I thought you were supposed to raise a little bit bigger than min raise in these situations, if you're going to open.
Ooh.
Did you just send me the hand?
I
Not
don't-
allowed to not allow the big blind, like the ability to just peel so wide.
It doesn't matter for this reshove stack. Are we opening 2 or 2.5?
Did you
Either
send,
way, he gonna call
Ken,
us or shove
Ken,
us.
can you run the hand?
did you send it?
Yeah, I sent it. Adam, when we're talking about 10%, we're looking at these like HRC matrices. And we are looking at the profitability of like rumbling with pocket aces. And then it gives us very often as a response, many marginal calls. And looking at what is making 10% of the money of aces helps us understand what the really profitable hands are.
Is it the king 4 note?
Yeah,
Okay.
On
was
this
confused.
ace 7, so we're saying that like at 20 big blinds, we raise to 2, we min raise. And then when we get down to like 13, we more than min raise on the button?
yeah, we
that
open
what
rip this one.
No, I know
Yeah.
that, but I mean, but if we're not ripping. I thought if
we-
we're not ripping. we're
Can we
min
ever
raising.
have a size that's not a min raise?
Yeah.
when
not
we're
a size
shallower than
other
20?
Min raise and all in.
What position are we here? Button,
Button.
right? And would you go 2x?
Yeah,
I'll put that in.
Well, I'm not gonna open fold ace 7 off here.
No, I don't think you get to do that.
I think
I-
it's just an open jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
no, my
just- we
question is
don't
not
have any.
about this specific hand, but just in general.
So guess what? I mean, it's not gonna even
You
play.
don't change your bet sizing. It's based on the
Ace
stack
seven
depth.
is way out of
Right, that's what I
range.
thought. I thought I thought our only bet sizes on the button with
Ace seven's
13
just way
bigs
Out of range,
or from
guys.
any position
We're not supposed to
other
open
than
it?
small blind.
No,
Okay, so show us the matrix.
give me the screen.
Is two and
where's
shove.
My screen's right here. Button. Why is it 2.1? I swear I put two X in.
Because you
Sucks.
didn't write.
Oh,
the-
now it jumped in there. It was all out, like all this was out a minute ago.
Okay,
So, he's big blind, right?
use the button.
No, but the guy jams on us. Now this is gonna be our calling range.
Oh, no. Ace seven, please solve.
I don't.
No. Oh,
I
That's
don't
what I
know if
thought.
ace seven is a hand that you want to induce with like.
So far
can't
we've seen
really-
that it wants to jam the ace seven pre-flop, right?
Yeah,
And now, but if you don't jam the ace seven pre-flop, it's a fold. That's what we're seeing right now.
You don't want to
we're gonna-
call, yeah.
We need to wait.
Yeah,
Coming in.
Okay, so raising seems to be the most profitable option for it right now.
all in.
no, it raises to 2.1.
No, definitely the all-in is getting more and more
The
profitable.
pink is all in, blue is 2.1.
Oh, okay.
Starting to get in here to call a little bit, but it's not making any money. And now it's going down. So. You're losing money when you call.
But you have to call ace eight. Okay.
You don't
And
have to.
pre-flop, and pre-flop, our options are. It has a 2.1 size, but that's because you gave it that option.
Yeah, I thought I put two in, actually. Don't really know what happened here. General, oh, cuz it's, I didn't override the small blind. Are we, what position? were
Oh, the
we?
button raises a little bit more. The button,
Oh, the
the button
button,
raises a little more than every
I
other.
mean, it's not gonna
position.
change it. It's not gonna make a difference.
Yeah, yeah,
honestly.
but that was
Okay,
the thing that was being said earlier that I didn't get.
so there it is.
Okay. Well, let's win the hand.
So this was just bad is what I'm hearing. It was just bad to raise and then call.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a rip pre-flop. And we're
Yeah, you're
make a
gonna
lot
wind up
more
in the
money.
same spot anyways.
Yeah, because he's gonna call your rip.
So you got the right result, but you took the long way to get there.
I think
Ooh.
here you should bet small again because it's so easy for you to be all in by the river, right? So try to tempt him once more with like a 3 or a 4 big blind bet.
Even two, quarter
Even a
pot.
one.
Yeah, you wanna set up something like a pot size shove with your best hand.
You were already better than pot size.
Yeah, he only has 8 bigs left, so.
Oh, he
Yeah,
only has 8 bigs. I'm sorry, I didn't see what his.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't matter then.
Okay, Jay,
Oh, this is
Stuff like that.
spicy.
what the hell are you doing here?
If you're chip leader, it's a different story. You're wasting
Yeah,
chip.
I'm probably just don't know, just
And you get-
doing something I shouldn't.
You
you're
got
on,
your-
you're on happy tilt.
the short stacks in the big blind, right? So, the big blind's got 30.
I mean,
Oh my god.
I looked at the flop.
You
That's
just
what I'm,
looked at the deal or know it was coming.
Oh my goodness.
It's great. Just call, right?
Oh my goodness, no, what are you doing?
Yeah, we want to just
Always
call here, right?
bluffing here. He just always bluffs. He has a tree here. You don't wanna raise back. James, at this SPR, whenever you have a really, really strong hand, you don't care. You're not gonna fold on the river.
And guess what else? If he has a king, you're in bad fucking shape. You got no kicker.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you don't wanna raise back here. You wanna leave him some room to bluff turns and.
Yeah, you're way ahead or way behind here.
Yeah, and the
that's-
only thing that, the only hand that makes sense that you would be against, that you would want to do this, is a flush draw that you're really protecting yourself, that you say late, this late in the tournament, I don't want to let you run your flush draw, but you block, but you have the 4 clubs.
Yeah. What about pocket
that
three?
make-
We wanna do that with pocket three.
Never, you just call with
Oh,
any
call
strong
nuts.
hand
Yeah.
here, you just call.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get stacks in by the river no matter what. And if he's got king 10, you're just gonna go broke, right?
yeah, you're in position, so you always get to, like, if he checks turn, you get to still keep putting chips in, right? So you don't have to worry about.
The SPR is 2 here.
Yeah.
11.
You
in
just
the
made it
middle,
really clear to him that he
6
should
of
not
nine.
bluff again.
Just call, you're still in position on the turn. You're gonna see if he bluffs again or not. And it's perfect for you when you call here.
Hey, Jolly's back.
Who?
Jolly, the Jolly JNO. Up at the top of the screen, he's back. I think, wasn't that the guy who didn't want to go broke? Wasn't
Okay,
that our ace jack nemesis?
we are definitely really close to final table, because Dr. Nut stays with me the rest of the way until heads up.
Yeah. Who?
Dr. Nut, two to
Okay.
my right.
Okay,
He's
so you finish with
really
him.
strong. Yeah, he's
Now
a
we're
really,
getting close, right?
yeah,
so-
he's a really strong player.
So here I really like to check. If I was you. You go
I'm,
with-
I'm range betting small, so I'm gonna bet this too.
Yeah, I don't think it's good.
There's a lot of draws available, like back, he's got the club draws, he's got diamond draws, he's got straight draws, he's got whatever, like, he's got a float with some of his good ace X. And, he's supposed to probably raise a decent amount.
And we're supposed to check range on, in
I
this
guess
scenario anyway.
Button's really not gonna raise in this spot. They're just gonna call down, so. Yeah, I would start betting for sure. You could just have an 8 too, which is fantastic at the moment.
But are we range betting here or are we gonna be betting
I'm pretty much.
No,
range
we're supposed to range check here.
range? check?
Really?
Yeah, we're supposed to respond with check raises and calls.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't think we
just-
would I don't
not
think,
because
I
of-
didn't think we would range bet this specific.
This is a high C bet flop for me. I must be doing it wrong.
No, I'm saying this is just off of, the James Romero thing. Of just the button calls, so range check. It's that simplification.
Yeah,
Well.
I don't play that way.
I'll be split it up a little.
Yep, neither do I. I just learned it yesterday.
Yeah, well, now is unlearn it.
Yep.
No, but it's really good, I think, because too often people are gonna bet, but at shorter stack depth, I don't think he was talking about like 20 big blind poker in his webinar, right?
Yeah, it was deep stack poker, right?
Yeah, if it's
Okay.
deep. Very different, but okay, fine bet. And you're mostly betting.
I'm always deep.
I'm never deep stack, so. Hardly ever.
So say we bet, villain calls, we turn a weird king of hearts.
So this is a double flush. Now I size up here. This hand doesn't, but, we are sizing up with a lot of the range, right? Cause there's a double flush draw now.
The
So,
value hands are sizing up.
yeah, I mean, to me, seven's a value, right?
So the nines.
Good.
are
Seven's,
Yeah,
also sizing up.
but it's not vulnerable.
Yeah,
to
but
flush.
the super nuts don't look like they,
yeah, that's the mixed betting strategy. So we get to mix in bluffs with small bets and big bets, and I guess our best hands are in the small bets.
Yeah, this is just small bet, small bet, small bet. Right?
Yeah.
Because it's the super nuts.
Anyway, it goes check, check. We river a five that breaks in, so it would be the five of hearts. And then,
I would check here to induce probably.
nope.
I actually don't mind this. I actually really don't mind this sizing because I don't mind a small bet here to induce I would rather do that than, I'd rather do that than check.
Yeah. It's better, because at least you're gonna get some chips if he has something.
Yeah. And you also
Oh.
induce bluffs, like with hints that maybe thought they had showdown value and now realize they don't.
And if he actually did hit the flush here, then, we can just get all our chips in. I think it's the five of spades, not the five of hearts.
So on the board, did
I think
flushes all brick? Oh no, the backdoor came in.
It was backdoor, okay.
So if we had a 7 of diamonds, do we check ever with the 7 of diamonds on our hand?
It
Or
was
7 of
really,
hearts
really
in this
small.
case?
Blasting.
So I can't see the bottom of the screen.
No,
Okay,
it's only the 7 of diamonds, 7.
do you
It's
mean you
only
can
the
see the
offsuit
bottom of
ones
the screen?
that check.
So
You desperately want him to have a flush for him to bluff and let him bet it.
Anyway, suits don't really matter here. A king,
nice.
Yep, we missed some value.
so bet small, bet small, bet small.
I would just fold this in ICM. I'm never folding a chip EV, but I'm folding it in ICM.
Oh. I think we lost our ICM charts.
I think, we really I mean, this hand probably is too good to fold, but we overfold a lot of offsuit stuff in ICM spots from the big blind.
Here comes trouble.
'Cause yeah, now this like chippy V, you gotta call one,
Oh my
right? Oh,
God,
now you gotta
okay.
back.
Here
to
comes
diamond,
trouble.
It's like,
Oh my goodness. We need to call here.
I think we can fold here.
I really wanna fold, honestly. But I don't think equities let us fold button versus big line.
I mean, if it's chippy V, I'm never folding, but again, it's ICM, so I don't know how that's gonna change it.
Yeah, what's our risk premium is really the way to think about
Pretty
that.
high, because we had a decent
Infinite.
sized stack and we could just get all our chips in.
Yeah, I
with-
mean, like how, like risk premium in the sense of like, where are we in the tournament and how
We're in
does
the
that,
final tables. We're in the
final two
final.
tables? So we're probably against the bigger stack. Gotta think it's at least 8-10%, not more.
Right, so. We are big stack versus medium stack, or two medium stacks? Yeah, two medium stack. Middle stack versus middle stack, mid stack, mid stack. We have a risk premium of about 10 to 12%.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna look at the sim. Queen six deuce.
Can you copy and paste me that hand too? I just wanna see what our calling range is in HRC.
Queen six deuce.
I got it. Queen five, king
Six on
five,
the
right?
deuce of the same suit, this one will do, but it will have to do. So we check. The button that's small.
How much did he open for?
Louis, can you check ICM implementations on this?
Yeah,
On
it's,
this?
we have it, I'm gonna come up with a way because we need 10% or 12% more equity to make this play. To call this turn, basically. So we are always calling this turn. We got good equity here.
Did he open for 2x?
Yes. Two
Nice.
big blinds. So this to me is always a call, but the problem is here. When the jack of spade comes, we're checking and now he's sizing up. 65. And then our general equity here is 48% and our equity with the 5 of the suit here, 5 of the suit looking for the 5 of spade. We're at 33% equity, okay? But we have a risk premium of 12. So our hand is worth 33% equity here and we're offered 28% pot out, so it's very simple. Have 28% pot outs. And our hand is gonna win 33% of the time, so we're winning actually 5% equity here. But if we apply our risk premium, that is between 10 to 12. We're burning equity when we call this turn. If we apply the risk premium. So. I lean
I need
towards
a math lesson.
Yeah, this is a fold with ICM. Because our risk premium here is really bad. If you ever hit the flush and somehow have to call. Or hit like a 6 offsuit and he has the flush and blah, blah, blah. And we bust before one of these guys, it's really, really bad. So with risk premium here, I like folding. Well played. Really tough spot with this, the pair and the diamond. It looks like you have good equity, but you figure that one out. Here, this is not good. Alright, we won't, the way you wanna structure your strategy from the small line, usually you just limp suited stuff. And you raise. Not the super trash, the super trash you fold, but what is like good above super trash, you're gonna raise. Right, so like, let's see here.
So we fold some suited stuff from the big blind. In that other hand, not
Mm,
much, but some.
So super
your
trash
bet.
is folding and then
Yeah.
kind of one pip ahead. You want to raise a lot. Like, these are the newest like 30 big blind charts. I'm not very well used to it, but usually in my mind, at most tag depth, all the suited stuff is heavily limping. And then you want to raise like these kind of hands.
Yeah, like
But the
usually I
newest-
like the big card, little card suited stuff and yeah, like your trashy offsuit, king X, queen X.
Yeah, the newest like 30 big blind charts do that a lot. So this is kind of new. It's from like 1 or 2 years ago, 1 year ago, maybe.
LP, can you pull up the sim from the
No,
6-5 hand? And see what percentage Pio defends on the flop of the range? Cause I get that answer in HRC. It doesn't show me the hands, but it tells me. what
42%,
How much?
42% at chippy. We actually defend like, I don't know, 67%, 66% of the time.
So, HRC, does take post flop into consideration. Let me show you. So, what this does here is, so he raises big blind, calls. We do rate, these are some of the suited shit we can start folding. 6-5 calls. It's not really making much
Yeah,
here, but it's a call.
yeah.
And then button is supposed to C bet. Flop 49.2%.
Yeah,
And then when he bets, we defend 37.7% of our range. It doesn't tell you what the range is.
so.
I gotta learn more about this, but this is like, it gives you a response on the flop.
Okay, so at Chippy V, the button is betting 75% of his range. So we
Yeah,
can
and
already
this-
see the difference between Chippy V and ICM. The button is gonna bet less.
Yeah, and we defend less.
We're gonna get to defend even less indeed.
But are people gonna make that adjustment?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we're in solver land, this is what we're looking at.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's a weird, like, it's a pretty disconnected dry flop. So
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna see a lot of sizing up on that turn without having the goods, right?
Yeah, so I like limping here with that queen five. I'm heavily limping. I'm not a fan of the raise. There we
And then
go.
the raise, I never like 2x. You just never 2x, right? It's always gonna be like at least 2.5
Yeah.
or more.
Yeah,
I usually use 2.7 or 3, some, if I'm deeper, I use 3.5.
do you remember what Justin said about that recently?
No, I didn't see Justin's,
Okay,
all of them.
snap it off.
He said what?
I heard maybe Chris could tell us more because I think he said that to Chris, but I'm not sure, or maybe it was Matt. And how they have a little bit of a system that's based on effective stack size to figure out what's the perfect amount raise size from the small blind. Based on the effective stack size.
Yeah, so I use like 2.7 under like 30, and then I go over, like, when I'm around 40 plus, I'm at like 3, and if I'm really deep, I go 3.5.
So that's quite fine. Oh my goodness, does he have a 9? We're gonna have to fight it off for now. Oh, that's fine. Pretty good turn, I think.
But we bet when they check here, and this is a bet. Even if we didn't hit the jack, we're betting our king.
Wanna see?
Yeah, I know we are. And we're gonna bet,
You know
small.
we are.
We're gonna
Wow.
bet small.
King 9-9 rainbow.
We looked at this
I
situation.
had a
on Monday.
really tough, I had a really tough time with this spot. I remember it very, the guy, the mule or model or whatever his name is here. I remember his stats and they were like 21-13 or something around that. So he seems like he's pretty tight pre-flop, but he likes to call a lot.
So, but he played the check raise well on the flop. That jack should be a hand I would expect him to keep barreling on that connects with his bluffs. His backdoor spades, his straight draws, so I feel like he's gonna have a king here a lot. And we got king jack now, so, we're calling his better kings if he has king queen in range. Just bet small here.
Is this the final table already?
No.
Now, this is we're close to it though. So it looked like he was 21-18. Am I right? Not 21.
Yeah, exactly, 21-18. So kind of really tight, really aggressive.
But
Probably
generally when
fast.
it's a paired flop, we see bet, they check raise, we call, and they check back turns. We do a lot of betting on the turn.
I felt like this was a really tough spot for me because yes, we got 2 pair, but I mean he has ace-9 in his range. He has 9-10 in his range. He has queen-10 in his range.
He should keep barreling though. Like he wants
Yeah,
to.
but
keep
you
barreling.
you also have ace-9 in your range. You have pocket kings in your range. You have pocket jacks in your range. So you could just, when he checks to you, you could just bet like really tiny.
He's not supposed to check back trips. So he's gotta keep, like, he has so many bluffs, he has to keep betting his value.
Yeah, if
They
he
don't-
keeps betting, you just call.
Yeah, they're not supposed to get tricky. I mean, not that he can't, or people don't. But the solver will keep
Yeah,
betting.
I mean, especially when you have a jack, because you block some of his super net type hands, like if you just happen to have jack 9.
Well, they do check back to super nuts.
Yeah,
That is-
that's what I mean, like,
Yeah.
like, yeah, like,
If he
But
made a
you
full
had-
house on the turn, he's checking.
Yeah, but it's way less likely that he has like king, jack, or jack nine or something like that, because we have a jack and we have a king, so it's. So,
he sized up.
the likelihood that he's trapping here is very small.
And
Yeah,
what happens if we get check raised again on the turn? Like,
Well,
you
first
call.
off, we could definitely bet this turn after he checks it.
And if he check raises again, you gotta, you call. You can't fold.
So we have to remember that big blind mostly defend by check raising on these type of boards, and we're getting deep in this game, so. Yeah. So
So-
you
so
defend.
put
by
a
check
bet
raise-
and then check raise again and see what we do with our range once we bet and then get check raised again on the turn.
We're not folding this hand.
I think you're too. I think you're worrying about something that's not going to come often enough.
I agree with Sam here.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
feels like a
Yeah.
monsters under the bed type of.
Yeah, that's
response.
like
You need
you're
to
just
bet-
worrying
Well,
about
well, look,
something.
This could go out in a way where we could get like cooler, but
I mean, I would just
And you
call,
have-
check raise and river the nuts. So like, fuck them.
And like the only thing I would not do is overplay the hand and put all the money in after he check raise you again. If he does check raise you again, I would just call, and then if he like fire again on the river, just give him the hand. If you have the nuts to buff there, then when you go bet check raise, you call, and then you bet he check raise, you call again, and then he bluffs the river. You got hands off, give it to him, because you're gonna have boats here. You
Hey,
have
Sam.
quads here.
Are you in a kindergarten?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Alright.
Yeah, we don't ever raise when they check raise twice. You just call.
Middle stack versus middle stack, we still have a 10% to 12% risk premium. This is a chippy V sim, right? So
I feel
let's
like
see if we can apply our risk premium here, and let's look at the EVs for in position.
I probably have the exact hand, but I don't think it's gonna make, I mean, a 9 does change it a bit from the 8, but I don't think it's gonna change that. I think we play the spot the same way, honestly.
So here our king jack has 85% equity. So even though if we remove our 12% risk premium here, we still have a ton of equity.
Yeah.
So
Easy.
say we bet 165. And then he goes all in.
This is big blind versus cutoff, right?
Yeah,
I don't have it.
would see now if we bet big on this turn. And as you said, he goes all in here. So you go ahead with a big bet, which we like. And then he goes all in, okay? King jack is calling it off, but if you look at equity here, we have 42% equity against his range. And if we remove risk premium now, we have only 30% equity. We're drawing really, really low.
How
But
much equity do we need to call?
It sounds like we should.
Okay, next, how much equity now? We know we can call off like 30%. Is that how much equity do we need? Like,
no,
what's
no,
the?
no, 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 we can't call off with 30%. RM loses 12% equity because of the risk premium.
I think we're asking, do we have the right odds if
Yeah,
it goes
So
bet
that's what I'm saying.
jam
What's the
call?
odds? What's the pot odds on the
Pot
river?
odds.
when That goes that way, or do we have 30%?
God,
If you go like,
34.
there's
that'd be
23 right now.
57, you'd be calling 26 and wouldn't be 30%. I don't think.
Would be
Would it? Maybe?
35 plus 23. And we'd have to call 35 more. So
93.
We have less than 30.
26 into 93,
About 40.
28.
This is drained half my
24.
battery sitting there.
Huh?
24. It's pot divided by
Half my battery.
So then we call, right?
24% equity.
Much longer.
Then
Trying to figure out what to do.
We have
These
around
things-
30% equity. Yeah, it's really, really tough. Makes it a really tough spot. I think we are
We got a call.
kind of. Yeah, really tough spot.
Yeah, that's also
We'd be
against the solver.
folding like a lot of other stuff.
That's also against the solver who's gonna find the right amount of bluffs.
That's right.
So I think against population, when it's
No.
close, you can fold here.
We could make that even less.
Alright, good luck. I'll never fold. I'm a fish.
Yeah, they're gonna fold it when you bet into him.
And I'm usually tired by
I
the end of
didn't
the
know where
tournament
don't know what the river was.
James?
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing, man?
Um,
Are you serious?
I'm just raising 7-3 off here.
You've
That's
been
never
playing
happened.
for 11 hours or 12 hours at this point, and you're
Uh-huh.
looking at 7-3 offsuit and say, yeah, let's put 2 big blinds in the mid.
Yeah.
What is
Sure.
wrong with you, man?
Oh,
What,
I mean, it's
what the
really bad.
hell, man? You've been playing for 500 hands. It's time to play your best, not your worst.
You don't even play queen seven off.
Okay,
Happier note,
Like
what
queen
was the
seven
result?
off a fold.
What was
This,
the result of the king jack hand?
It might be a misclick.
got the guy
Maybe-
folded on the turn.
No,
yeah,
that,
we
doubt that.
rightfully bet big on the turn and the guy folded.
Okay.
So yeah, not happy with this 7-3 off at all.
yeah, and I think I probably call king 6 here. I don't like it, but I think I do call king 6 here.
I like the
Playing
balance.
against this guy, he's the chip leader right now.
He's a really good player too.
Yeah, I would just fold.
We
He's a
have
really,
a really, really bad risk premium here. Big stack versus middle stack, it goes to 15% almost.
You could just start, when you get to this point in the tournament, you can start thinking about, I wanna be able to make nutted hands, like. I don't wanna make a king here and have to call down. Like, you know. Like if you if you hit a king and he goes bet, jam, like, and you're sitting there with a king 6 with nothing else. It's pretty fucking bad.
yeah, it is bad.
probably just folding a lot of turns, probably.
I
I
wouldn't-
don't,
I wouldn't-
I mean, I don't know, like king 6, if it goes big bet turn, if we're even supposed to be calling.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Ken,
Yeah,
mean,
some
if
of the
the guy-
hand, I'm curious what our calling range is, cuz I'm nitty as fuck here.
I think it's a good spot for HRC here.
I mean, if he turned to you and he said, I have a bigger stack than you, I'm going to open incredibly wide and force you to fold a bunch of hands, just so you know, that's what I'm going to do. You should still fold this hand. Because he has a good reason.
We make money here by folding. Letting other stacks bust.
Share your screen.
That was the Matt
Yeah.
Affleck thing I took away from some of his ICM videos.
Yeah.
Not the beast.
Now, there's no tiny stacks that we can go to lunch on, but
There's
Sure,
nothing you
Steve.
could do when you're middle stack. You just have to bow down to the big
yeah,
stack. when
yeah.
they
Is
come.
there only 4 people at this table?
Yeah, it looks like they're probably gonna, this might be the final table bubble.
We're down to 4?
Yeah, it def-
Ken,
So I
share
got the
the
right hand
screen.
history. I
We
wanna
wanna
make sure I
see you
painted the right
set up the
thing.
hand.
And this is a small blind, raised to
Yeah.
2?
Yes.
Yep.
I gotta change that in here as well. He's never supposed to do that, really.
Share the screen. We wanna see you do it.
So you don't trust anything I do. It just gets in the way. I gotta, it's,
Community of poker players, nobody trusts anybody.
slowing me down, bro.
Yeah.
Broski.
I love it.
So small blind, we're gonna make him go, he should open 3 here.
Make it
Mostly.
2.
Gonna make it 2.
But doesn't matter here.
Yeah, it has to be in, otherwise it'll make it, it won't make them, if I leave that there, it'll open it 3.
Oh,
So
surely
Uh,
2 and 3 matter if you stack that here.
matters, and then big blind. versus small blind. So you only call, right? So we don't have to worry about the raises. I don't know if I need. Okay. Alright. He went 2x, right?
Yeah,
From the small blind?
so it's the last line, yeah.
And then we just call?
We wanna see what's our strategy with king six. How profitable is it?
I mean, he's never supposed to open 2x. Like, he makes a mistake there, really?
So we might need to exploit it and call a bit more.
Yeah, we're not folding anything.
Right, let's see.
I'm gonna run it with, the way HRC has it set up.
I'll just
Where
stay.
is, why did that not change? He was supposed to raise 3, right? So this was, what we have for his men open.
I bet there's a lot of folds if you run it at 3.
We're gonna see. Yeah, so now it's like if he opens larger, it's kinda like, eh. Like you're making pennies. $1. Even folding some suited stuff when he goes 3x. 8-2, 7-2, 6-2, 8-3, 9-2. A queen 2, sliver. So yeah, I guess he makes a mistake. We just can get in there and do it.
Right. So to be clear, this is considering the ICM considerations that it's saying because he only raised it to 2, we do call with a king 6 offsuit.
We make $3 more. It's 332 when he opens 2x. And 61 cents when he goes. Where am I at here? Small blind. Call. So it's. When he goes 2x. That's big blind. Small blind, when he raises 3. When he raises 3, we make 60 cents. Right, and then. When he raises 2. We make almost $3 more.
All right.
Do 3-bet it some. When he mends it.